Okay. Let's do something. What's up, guys? What up, Alex? Welcome in. Oh, thanks for the likes. What's up, Alex? What's up, Snarky Gob? How you doing, buddy? Kratos? It kind of looks like a giant Kratos, isn't it? Yeah. No, this is just my little man crusher Gargant homie, you know? But I do appreciate the compliment. Anything that looks like Kragnos has to look cool, right? That's just like the rule. Too much paint in that brush. Merry Christmas, buddy. What have you been what have you been drawing lately? My resident illustrator. What have you been drawing, bud? Going to school, so I haven't been continuing drawing. Dang. Well, school's important though. So hopefully this Christmas break he'll get some time, get some drawing in, get some hours. You know? That'd be nice. Gonna hop off for sure, dude. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, Alex. One of them good guys, dude. I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, dude, and saying hi. Pretty alright of you, man. What's up, Taxi Brush? How you doing? Welcome in. There we go. I think I might just dry brush these guys. We'll see. I don't know if I can do justice to all that bone with edge highlighting. Really what I need to do is find the skulls. You know? For sure. Have you used inks before? I have used a ton of inks. I love inks. Inks are really great, especially if you're airbrushing inks. That's what I like using the most. Or if you want to tint something a color or a shade, like a black ink into a color really helps to bring it down, like a purple or a blue. Just a drop or two of black ink and you have a whole new paint. Whoops. Keep hitting my light with my hat. But yeah, big fan of inks, especially when I am airbrushing, especially my glow effects. That's what I like using them for, is my OSL, probably the most. But yeah, what's part 2? Hit me. Have you ever had it peel off being in the cold? I was painting some space clowns. They were in my car when I arrived at the store. It seems that some of the inks had peeled off. I've never had that happen before. I have had my paint rub off of my primer. Like my primer stays on the model, but my paint like literally just rubs or chips off. I would say it sounds like just it going from hot to cold, like the transition in your car, whether your house was hot and the car was cold, or just being in a different environment, probably caused the inks to shrink and the model to stay the same, and so it must have shrunk off of it. That's a bummer. Yeah. I would imagine that maybe hitting it with a that's a new fear unlocked. Imagine hitting it with a what's it called? A oh man, why am I blanking right now? Why am I blanking right now? I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. What I'm thinking. It's in my head. A varnish. A varnish. A varnish. Put some sealant already on it, and now it's spotting, not the clean transition like it had before. Sorry, varnish. Yeah. Did you put the varnish on before it peeled off? And what's up, Gojo? Welcome back, brother. Was this post varnish? Because if so, then I don't know how you could, you know, protect it from something like that. That really is a new fear unlocked for me now. Never heard of that before. But yeah, if you varnished it and it still did that, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's a bummer. Maybe a thicker coat, but I mean, that shouldn't matter. Was it a high quality ink? Was it like... No, nope, once I had the models finished, I put a varnish on it before I brought it. That's weird. But it was just the ink portion of the acrylic, right? What kind of inks were they? Were they acrylic based? Because now I'm wondering maybe if it was a chemical ink. So there is a chemical version of inks. And that might have been the case. I buy specifically acrylic non-chemical inks. That would be maybe my guess. If it was chemical based and not... Liquid Text? That's what I use. I think. No, I don't use Liquid Text. Do I? I use this stuff here. This is what I use. But I actually think this might even be a chemical. Acrylic ink. Yeah, I don't know. I can't, for the life of me, I can't imagine that happening. But I guess the best way to fix it is to just, you know, reapply, and then being mindful of the temperature changes. But that's terrible, dude. I'm sorry. That sucks. I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's terrifying. I don't want that. Nope, that's a different brand. Yeah. Yeah, that's the brand I've used. I've never had that issue, although I don't generally transport my models a whole ton. I don't really play much. I would like to play more. I just don't get the time, you know? But yeah, that's... My heart goes out to you, dude. That sucks. New fear unlocked. It's like an achievement. Of the giant work, I still have mine glaring at me from above my paint desk waiting to be finished. Yeah, dude, I've told my friend I'd be done by Wednesday, and that's like basing and everything, and I was just staring at it today, and I was like, oh, I need to get on it. I need to get it done. I need to stop slacking. But thank you. I appreciate that. I've actually really enjoyed... I was okay at skin before, but this has really been a Turing test of my capabilities of skin work. So it's been really nice to really have such a massive palette of skin to really hone my skills with skin specifically, you know. But yeah, they've been really fun. I've really enjoyed painting them. This is not a commission. What's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy? This is for my own personal army. This is for my Sons of Bahamut. It's a proxy army from Claybeast Creations. He's the one that designed this, and it's spectacular. So yeah, we're just doing kind of a little bit of final touches here and there, trying to dial in, make all this skin really look interesting, right? So it's most of the model, it may as well look good, you know? But yeah, once this is done, then I'm moving on to do a Sylvaneth, just one Sylvaneth proxy sorcerer for the upcoming paint class. I'm going to do kind of a test to proof of concept of how I want to paint it and how I want to teach it. And then after that, I'm going to do a giant phoenix and then some dryads, I think. And honestly, maybe some gray knights, swap it up a bit, you know? flex a little bit, go back to my Warhammer boys, because I do need to finish that army up. It's going to be a memorial army for my late friend. He gave me those models after I got him into the hobby. So, but yeah, his mom gifted them to me, so it's only right that I paint them. I'm still contemplating exactly how I'm going to paint it, but a lot of heraldry and whatnot is what I'm thinking. Very clean. That's the kind of guy he was. Real clean work. So I haven't done Harlequins, although I would like to do Harlequins. I just don't have any interest in playing Harlequins. But I would like to paint Harlequins, if that makes sense. I'm not a big fan of glass cannon models, so that's why I haven't ever been interested in or glass cannon playstyles. Have you done any darker? I've done some Tau. I've done Tau skin tone, and that was fun. I've also done an orc here and there. I've done a lot of my Death Guard, and my Death Guard all have different like poxy, kind of gross flesh I did for them. So kind of a bunch of different skins. Honestly, I did everything in my power to avoid doing actual skin tone, like Caucasian pale skin tone, because it's daunting, you know. I feel like that's one of the main things people struggle with, me included. But yeah, I think Harlequins would be super fun to paint. Nazgrin yellow. Where's my Nazgrin yellow? Nazgrin yellow? Nazgrin yellow. Somewhere around here. I just had it the other day. Aha, found it. Watching a show with the lady, but wanted to drop by to support and see the progress. Oh, thanks, dude. Well, you go enjoy your time with the girl, dude. That's where I'm using inks on. It's been amazing besides the issue I talked about. Yeah, dude. Now I'm going to be honest with you, you have unlocked a whole brand new facet of fear for me. I've never heard of that before, so if you come up with a solution, or maybe it never happens again, let me know. And I can tell others about it, like, hey, don't leave your models in cold or hot environments. That sucks, dude. I also got to use yellow as the main color. Very fun. Yellow is not an easy main color. What did you do for your secondary color? Did you do purple? Did you do a complementary? Split complementary, maybe even? I love split complementary. That's my favorite. Or did you do analogous, I think is what it's called, when you do light colors? Yep, purple and teal. Nice. Yeah, you did split complementary, dude. Nice, dude. Some good color choices for Harlequins. But yeah, it's yellow is not an easy color to paint, just because of the opacity of most yellow paints. So good on you. You know, making the weapons a bone color, but not sure. That would work. You could also, with that color, silver would work really well. So like a steel. Bone would look good too. Teal diamonds. I would lean more into the teal for like the power weapon, like the blades and whatnot. Or even doing like a really bright pink would probably, oh, you might be too busy with pink. I think a bone white's a good call. Now that I'm thinking about it, you don't want it like crazy busy. Tarot cards, but kind of want out when I found inks. Yeah. So did you airbrush inks? Like, how did you employ your inking? Airbrush, but use my Gramps old one used for airbrush fly fishing gear. Airbrush is an airbrush, so long as it sprays paint smoothly. That's the real key. Smoothly. It's been great, just interesting as it's not the typical top feeder. I used a bottom feeder. Yeah, I have one of those. I use it for painting terrain mainly, just because you need a lot more paint. But yeah, I've messed around a little bit with the bottom feed. They're nice. I'll be honest, they're nice because your paint doesn't dry out in the hopper. You know, it stays at its consistency the whole time. Pain to clean though. Huge pain to clean. Oops. Keep hitting the camera with my hat. White paint is a pain to clean out of it. Yeah, the inks, my inks like dry so fast. They dry so fast in my airbrush. It's my one kind of pet peeve with using my inks. I feel like I'm on a timetable. Gotta quickly do it, you know? Gonna be right back. I think someone's at my door or something. My doggies are upset. One moment, guys. Just one moment. Probably need to go outside. Forgive me. Don't go anywhere, okay, people? Okay, we're having a party in here this Friday night, okay? So they come out so quick they get used up too quick. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to keep the flow just right. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. 10 seconds. What's wrong, girls? You need to go single potty? What? Okay. Don't let me forget them. Okay? They're outside right now. Don't let me forget them puppies. Alright, guys? That's your job right now. It's your one and only job. Because I have a tendency of forgetting them when I'm painting. And it's a little too cold to be forgetting the puppies. Okay? We'll do puppy cam too. How about that? But yeah, my inks will either, they'll come out really nice or it's a fight out of the airbrush. So I know what you're talking about. Okay, where is my favorite paint? There it is. Thank you so much for the likes, guys, by the way. I really do appreciate it. I probably haven't mentioned it much, but it is much appreciated, as always. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Gojo. So yep, just gonna go through and start doing finishing touches on this guy. It's like one of my new favorite colors. It's called Barbarian Skin. It's kind of a grayish, what's it called? I don't know. It's like a grayish tan, if that makes sense. Yo, I hope that you're having a great day today, my dude. What's up, Aquamat? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. To be honest, it was a rough work week, but hey, we're here. We're enjoying it. I'm in my happy place, hanging out with you guys. So, for sure, for sure. I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, we're having a great day. We're having a great day, eh? Absolutely, I just got a notification that my villainy inks just shipped out. Nice, dude, and welcome to the party. Thank you for the follow. That's awesome. We were just talking about inks. We were just talking about inks. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the party. Just having a chill Friday. Just chill Friday hang, you know. Just doing some finish work on some of these Man Crusher Gargantuans. So welcome in, welcome in. That's sweet though, dude. Tell me how they go. I kind of want to change my my inks up a little bit. My ink is getting low. I am using Vallejo paints. This is probably 90% Vallejo, and then it's probably like 80% Vallejo, 10% Winsor Newton oil paints, and then 10% contrast paints from Citadel. So Vallejo, Winsor Newton oils, and Citadel contrast paints. That's primarily what I like using. So just dry brushing right now with Barbarian Skin from Vallejo. It's like one of my new favorite colors. It's kind of a grayish tan. It's really fun to use. Just trying to make this model a little more interesting. Kind of differentiate some of these tans and browns, you know? Give them a little more character. And I found some amazing organic Necron STLs to test them on. Nice, dude. Actually printed off my friend's whole Necron army for him. And they're really cool. Ooh, we're going to use this on the back as well. Where do you buy minis? So I get my minis from Resin Reborn. You can check them out. It's Resin Reborn with an E. And yeah, if you use Patty Paints, capital P on both Patty and Paint, you'll get a little discount. But that's where I get my 3D prints, and then if I don't print them myself, he sends them out to me. Great dude. And if he doesn't have what you want, just shoot him a message and he'll hook you up. Really nice guy. Minis, that dude is bigger than me. Well, do you want to see my KCO? That's what everyone keeps calling him. Yeah, they're not very many. How are you guys doing tonight? Floyd and Alfrez? Hopefully I didn't butcher your names. Just having a little fun doing a little dry brush finish work. We got 2 more of them to do here. So that's what we're doing tonight. Just trying to finish these guys up, make them a little more interesting. Make this kind of look more like fur by going a little more heavy-handed on the tips here with the kind of wraithbone white. It's called Elfit Flesh from Vallejo is what this is. I don't even own enough paint to cover them. Yeah, well, neither did I. I had to buy a bunch of paint. After like the 3rd model, I ran out of all my paint. That's a fair assessment, brother. Yeah, but these are some big boys. This is for my Sons of Bahamut army, for my my first Age of Sigmar army. So told my friend I'd stop messing around and finish them up. So this is where we're at now. Planning to go back to painting, but I'm tired of Citadel minis, too expensive. Dude, 110%. So, and if you don't, by the way, it's not that I don't recommend people get a 3D printer. I'll be honest, I've spent more money than I've probably printed. It is nice to have, like if you really, really are dedicated to the craft. But honestly, like Resin Reborn, he has such good deals that it's hard to, or even just 3D printing in general. And like, you know, if this was like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, Citadel was Games Workshop was like the premier, you know. But like the talent that is out there was some of these proxy guys that are making these. Like this is a Clay Beast creation model, and if you haven't seen his stuff, it's insane. It is so good. I mean, especially with Age of Sigmar, that's kind of his jam. But I mean, there are so many options when it comes to 3D printed models that it's hard to fight. It's hard to fight against it, you know, when they're just so well made and so interesting. Like every 3D model I've ever painted has been interesting to paint, you know. Just got back into painting again for a D&D campaign. I am DMing and having a ton of minis to paint, including multiple AOS starter sets. Nice, dude. That's sick. That's sick. Have you been a big-time painter? That's actually where I started. Was years and years ago. I used to do commission D&D minis painting. So that's where the whole journey began and started. It was right there. Painting some cool stuff. These guys are actually loosely based off of not only the frost giants from D&D, but also the giants from what's it called? Did I already say Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones giants, D&D giants, and Game of Thrones giants. That's what I was going for with these guys. I just find I can't paint army speed. I am a very one mini paint kind of guy. I'll be honest, I'm the same, and there's no shame in it. You do get you get overall better quality by going one at a time too. You just do. So there's no shame in being slower. You know, it's not even slower. It's just you care more about each individual part, and there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm actually going to mix a little bit of that with my dry brush here. A touch of this, just a touch. So you can actually mix paints with your dry brush. Painted a lot when younger, but I'm actually taking it a bit more serious now. I was super into models back in the day, like when I was a kid, like doing like P-51 Mustangs and stuff. And as an adult, I just kind of got nerdier in my pursuits. So definitely understand the vibe, dude. That's sweet. All right, we're getting somewhere with this guy. This guy's just about wrapped up. I'm just going to do the metallics and then hit a little bit of this and a little bit of this just to do the very highlights of his pantaloons to really make them pop. And also hit this with it. Do some of that for texture. Boom, boom, boom. Hit that. Hit a little bit of this over here. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. But I decided to go for a beginner level airbrush. Nice. Did you go with the the Neo? That's where I started. I started with the Neo airbrush long time ago. By the way, my TikTok viewers, I am currently chatting with someone on one of my other platforms that I stream to, so I apologize that you can't see the chat, but I am reading it off. I started with then it came with like a little air compressor thing, but you just clicked it on and it gave you like 3 different speeds. It was the Iowata Neo, I think is what it was called. And slowly I've upgraded. This one is my current airbrush, and it's really nice. It's the Badger 105 Patriot, American made. And it works really well. I really like it. It has good functionality. Okay, so we're going to do the metal sword. We're going to do a little bit of gold on this here. We'll do the runes. I'm going to make that something interesting, I think. The lettering. I think I'm going to make it, I don't know, something interesting. Maybe I'll paint it like white. Like stitching. And where'd my good brush go? Here it is. Gallery, I believe. I also have a small plug-in compressor with a few different PSI settings. Yeah, that's where I started too. I have this like $80 compressor that I got off of Amazon. It's really nice too. What's up, Abby? Thank you for liking the stream. Welcome in. But yeah, learning an airbrush is never, it's not easy. So if you need a little couple tips here and there, let me know. I think a lot of people think like if once they get an airbrush, it's gonna like fix all their woes, but honestly, it kind of creates more. It's a really nice tool for OSL, and I use it for priming my models. That's primarily what I use, is an acrylic primer that comes in a bottle, and I just airbrush it on. So that's honestly like probably 80% of what I use my airbrush for, is just doing my primer. It's kind of looking interesting, more interesting, kind of popping out a little bit of that. Oh, I gotta let my dogs in. They're freezing to death. I forgot about them. I told you, I always forget about them. I'm always forgetting about them. Alright. So far, I've only used it for some bulk base coating. Yeah. That's also really nice. I'll also, I kind of block in colors, so I blocked in all their flesh with an airbrush, but then I end up like brush painting the whole thing anyways, because, you know. I gotta let my dogs in. 10 seconds. Okay. I'm coming, people. Okay, whoop. Okay, here we go. Apologies, everyone. But when the dogs gotta go outside, they gotta go, you know? Can't ignore it. I know you're painting these Sons of Bandit figures, but can I ask what tips you have for smaller minis in terms of detailing and how to keep the paintwork crisp and clean? Okay, so everything I'm doing, right? So these are like my smaller minis here. It's hard to get the camera to focus on how small they are. Right, one of my Plague Marines there. Here's this guy here. Ooh, let's do this guy. This guy's cool. So everything that I do, right? I just have a few minis arriving that are hella tiny, but the models show a lot of detail. Okay. All of the way I paint, what you've been seeing me do so far, is exactly how I painted these. There's no difference.
None. Not even a little bit. So, and the important thing to know is it's all about technique, right? And another nice, really helpful tip for starting out on like highly detailed, highly small models is the more detailed they are, the easier they are to paint. Hands down. The smaller something is, or the more intricate and more detailed it is, the easier it is to paint. And the reason being is because we don't actually paint. I'm not a canvas painter. I'm not a two-dimensional painter. I am a 3D painter. Oh my, if I could just talk. I'm a 3D painter. Jeez. You'd think I'm drunk or something. So I'm a 3D print. Oh my. I keep saying I want to say 3D printer. That's the problem. I say that a lot too. I'm a 3D painter, which means we paint edges, right? So don't look at things going, I need to paint some detail in. If the detail isn't there, don't worry about painting it. I don't ever paint anything. I mean, I could freehand. I did freehand a lot of this muscle, but the muscle's already there. Like the hard work is already done. The muscle groups are already like distinguished. I just have to, as a mini painter, really bring out the detail that the modeler already put in. So the more intricate a painting is, or a print or a model is, actually the easier it is to paint. That's a big, like, common misconception. People look at the stuff and it's like, how do you paint that much detail? Well, I don't. I'm just painting the edges, right? With just techniques. That's all I'm doing. That is legitimately all we do, is we just paint edges. We paint edges and we paint recesses. So don't look at a model as something that you need to paint in the detail. The detail will find itself when you just focus on painting the raised edges, the raised surfaces, and painting the recesses. And the way you paint recesses is with a shade or a highly watered down paint, right? With like either a shade or a wash or whatever product you're using. I do oil washes, but it's the same concept, right? So I'm darkening the shadows with just that, right? So all of the way I paint these big guys is exactly the same way as I paint little guys. The difference is these are just larger. That's it. So my big tips, I have a couple videos on my TikTok, and I have long format video on my YouTube channel that shows kind of my process. And so it's kind of a 4-step process. I'm not very eloquent tonight, I apologize. But the 4-step process goes like this: blocking in your colors, okay? It takes forever, and it's crappy, and it's boring, and that's the basis, right? And by blocking in colors, I mean you go through the model and you literally do the mid-tone, the base coat, right? So I airbrushed the flesh, which was the base coat for this, right? But then I went through and then I started adding in my washes, right? So the washes now darken my mid-tone slightly, but it really darkens the recess, okay? So that's step 2. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry, I'm doing like 3 things at once. Let me just regroup here so I don't talk like I have a mouthful of marbles. Okay. I used to have a Warhammer Blood Angels army I painted back in the day, but nothing like this. You could definitely have something like this. This isn't too crazy. We haven't even gotten to crazy yet. These are little guys. All right, let me start over again, and I will explain my entire process, okay? I'll just take a deep breath, and I'll just do it in one go. So step 1, prime your model, right? Step 1, easy, prime your model. However you want to do that. Spray can. Oh, thanks, man. Spray can, or I use an airbrush, and then I highly recommend doing a zenithal spray. So a zenithal spray is something like this, where you do black on the bottom.
See how the bottom's all black?
And then you do the top all white. And you can do that with a spray can, you can do it with an airbrush, you can do it either way. I highly recommend doing this because what this shows you is the value changes, how the light is hitting it, right? And in a lot of ways, this does most of the work for you right here because it shows you the values. It shows you the different saturation that you'll paint in later. So that's step one. Step two, base blocking in, base color block in. You go through, you block in every little section. So on this guy, I painted this black, I painted that brown, I painted this brown, I painted that a neutral tan, that a tan. These were dark brown, the dark brown I have for the fur. These are a medium brown, a tan. The flesh is like a peach tone, right? And you just go through the red. I just painted with contrast paints, just some red, right? You just go through and you block in everything. It looks really boring and it's very like, there's no interest there. So that's step two. Okay. Step three is what I call the pre-wash highlights. So I go through and I just dry brush, right? So I'll do something like this, but with a dry brush, and I'll just dry brush everything with a really warm white. The idea with that, it's going to catch all of these raised edges, right? And when you do that, then you go back in with your washes and it'll tint those highlighted areas down a shade, right? And you always match the color that you're painting with the wash that you're using. That's why I like using oil washes, because I can just mix a color that'll match the darker tone of whatever I'm doing. So that oil wash, not only will it paint like the really dark recesses, like this inside here, that's just from a wash. I didn't hand paint that, right? All these little dark spots in here, that's all from a wash, okay? And then after you wash, then you start going in and you do the final highlights, right? So I dry brush after the initial base coat with a warm white. And I say warm, not pure, warm. Okay, the idea with the warm white is it's just a little less aggressive, okay? Now a pure white is a cold white. This is what I call a cold white. This is a great white, and it's a good tool, but it's very specific. I use it for eyes, I use it for glow effects, that's about it. And the idea is with your wash, after you do the warm white, is it tints all of that just a shade higher than the rest of it. Does that make sense? Yeah, it literally speeds up the process like ×2. What's up, Shinavari? How you doing? Shinny? I should just call you Shinny. I think you asked me to call you Shinny. But after that, now you have the wash, you have your mid-tones done, and you have kind of a mid-tone highlight already done. It's already done. Easy, right? You could stop there if you wanted to. It looks great, right? Here's the difference. All of this here, all of this right here, that is just my base tone, dry brush highlight, and a wash. That's it. That's all this is. You could leave it, right? You don't have to go further. You really don't. I go a step further and I take my time and I edge highlight. So I'll sit here, what I've been doing on this guy this whole stream, right? I've just been adding little layers. I've been building contrast, right? So building contrast is super important. The whole thing with being a painter is about taking the colors you choose and trying to lower that color to the darkest contrast you can while maintaining saturation. That's the important thing, maintaining saturation. And taking it to the brightest point that you can while maintaining saturation. And then exaggerating that, and then exaggerating how the light's hitting it. And in terms of washes, do you do the same color throughout in Nuln Oil? So Nuln Oil, I don't use acrylic washes that much. They're a little too strong. But the rule of thumb generally is you want to match your base coat with the wash, right? So like for example, to give you an example of 4 different colors. This is my mid-tone. I mean, arguably this is the mid-tone. Either of these can be the mid-tone, so you could base with either of these. Regardless, these are your mid-tone values. This would be your like wash, or even your shadow or your recess. And I would even add a little bit of brown to that, right? And then this would be your highlight color, right? So do you see what I'm talking about with saturation? So if I was to keep devaluing this color, it would go something like that. That bottle isn't mixed yet, but if you look at the side there, and then I would, well, a better version is this. So that would be a perfect wash. So I would add a ton of water to that, or gloss medium or wash medium. Thank you so much, Beaded Lizard Crafts. Welcome in. I appreciate that. Thank you. So the important thing about mini painting is to try and get as much as this as you can in every little specific place, right? With every color. This is just one color. This is just one of my colors. And the good rule of thumb for your washes, if you just want to have if you just want to do Agrax Earthshade and Nuln Oil, perfectly good products. Anything that's warm, you do Agrax Earthshade with, or brown, a brown wash. So anything that's warm tone, this whole model is a warm model, right? Not to be confused with a cool model like this. This is a cool model, right? A lot of greens, a lot of blues, a lot of blacks, right? Even then, I think I use Agrax Earthshade for most of this. But all the metallics, I use Nuln Oil for. This isn't oil washes. This is acrylic washes, what I did for this guy. So a good rule of thumb is anything that's warm, you want to use a brown tone wash. You'll just get a better effect, I promise you, because it doesn't fight itself. Like my hand, even in the shadow of this light, right, doesn't ever show black. Like that little line there, that's just a really dark peach. It's a dark peach color. It's not a black, right? Very important. Anything warm tone. And by warm, I mean your oranges, your reds, your yellows, your generally most of your warm whites, your tans, your browns. Okay, so if you look at the color wheel, it's like half of it is warm. The other half is cold. So if you use your greens, your blues, your purples, you use black for that. And the one problem I have with Nuln Oil is it's black, right? Like legitimately the best way to get a nice, good wash is to get a black ink and add it to your base color, whatever that may be. So if you're doing like a blue, like let's call this my blue, right, that I'm doing. And I wanted to make this darker, I would add a little bit of black ink to it and mix it up. And the idea with black ink is it's translucent, you know? Oh, thanks, man. Well, that's the whole idea. Like I'm here to try and elevate, try and help. I'm not here to like just, you know, look at the cool things I do. That's boring. So, and color theory is massive. So that's one of the things I'm still working on as a painter is I'm trying to master my color theory and my light theory. So these are just the things that I've picked up. I've been doing this for about 8 years now. So to really get your details to pop, it's very important that you really exaggerate your saturation. A lot of new painters, they'll block in their colors, they'll block them in, and then that's where they stop. But I mean, that's like step one, baby. Well, thanks, William. You explain it in a way that makes sense to my ADHD brain. Well, that's one ADHD brain to another. I think it's really, we're on the same, you know what I'm saying? Like we're both humming at that ADHD level. But seriously, to make anything a wash, I mean, that's what I love about, here's my oils. Do you want to see how I do my oil washes? Look at this. So I can't show you the things because people get mad. Keep going, never see you again. Wish you well. All right, Frenzy Subud. What's up, Billy Wayne? So my washes, right? I do get the vibes. My washes are this. This is 80% of my washes right here. This is what I use for all my glow effects, the white, pure white. Then I use black and brown. And whenever I want to do, and look at this. Are you ready? This is what those are the expensive oils. They're like 15 bucks each. Check that out. See the price? Do you see the colors? Look, you can get this anywhere. Look at that. So I just take one out and I mix a wash. That's it. That's all I do. That's what's so nice about oil washes. And if you look at my past streams on YouTube, you can see me wash these guys. And all I did for all of the leather, I just used this guy, this brown. Right? That's all I did. Nothing crazy. Just use brown, a ton of mineral spirits, wash them down. The same idea, the same concept. So there's no difference between this guy right here, Agrax Earthshade, right? There's no difference between these two products. The one difference is this you can't remove. Once it's on the model, it's done. It's dry, it's done. You can add a little bit of water and remove it really quickly if you're fast. I don't like that. This, I just sit here, look at these past Q-tips I have here. I just sit here, I dip this in mineral oil a day later, 2 days later, and I just rub it off. It comes right off. And it's like, thanks, Chaos. So that's when I'm always telling people, try oil washes. Like I said, like this, literally, it's like $30 in oils, dog. Like that's like 3 bottles of acrylic paint. And now you have all the washes you could possibly want. All the washes. So like this right here, this color, this cheap, I think this bottle cost me less than $1 because it came in that pack. I mixed these two, and that was what I washed the whole skin in. That's it. Simple, easy, cheap, effective. That's what we do around here, okay? Cheap and effective. Ain't nobody got time or money to spend on, 50 different bottles of paint. I'm getting there. I do have a lot of paint, don't get me wrong. So yeah. My biggest tips for painting is don't think like you're painting a 2D surface. You're not. Break that mindset right now. You're not painting a canvas. You are painting something with depth and dimension and edges, which means you can cheat. You're not actually painting the detail in. This is like adult coloring book. I mean, I don't mean that like to be like to like belittle, because I love doing this. I love doing this. But if that makes more sense to you, you literally are like, this is a shield. I paint this brown, then I wash it, and then I highlight it. Easy. Right? Exactly. I switched to Twitch. Well, welcome in. Sorry, but I got to run. I have subbed to the YouTube, and I will try and head back whenever I can, dude. Looking forward to how these end up. Thank you so much for all the advice in the chats. Thank you for all the chats, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. But yep, what I do is pretty simple. I try not to overcomplicate this, because I don't like painting complicated. Painting complicated is it's too much work. I can do it. I could freehand a whole lot of stuff. It takes forever. And it looks really good, right? But I got stuff to do, I got a full-time job, man. I'm sure you guys are busy too. We're all busy. All got a lot going on. Are those poses and stuff how they came? So this this is from Claybee's Creation. He has like 3 different model packs you can purchase of this particular man crusher. So this is just, I think this is like pose A, and yeah, they just come. It's 3 models that I printed off, and they just come like this. You could, if you really were adamant, you could change the posing in terms of like actually like cutting and molding and remolding the plastic, because this torso here just sits into these feet, so you could swap them around, but I like how they are, and there's a couple different options, but yeah. Like I said, if you're interested in this model, check out Resin Reborn with an E. Has a great deal on it if you use Patty Prints. Or sorry, Patty Paints. Apologies. Patty Paints. You can get a little bit of a discount. So I gotta be careful with my words because TikTok gets mad whenever I bring it up. They're a zealous lover. But yeah, Claybee's Creations. He makes some insanely good models. Insanely good models. Just trying to make this read more as kind of like a wolf kind of looking fur, you know. So we're just giving a little bit of highlights on the edges here, right where the light would be hitting where the fur kind of bends down. So again, just trying to exaggerate that lighting as much as I can. Give it a little oomph. Oops. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, I'm more than happy of going on another monologue rant. Whatever you guys need, I'm at your disposal. Also, I'm going to do a paint class here starting in February. So February will be the first one. Well, I'll be painting the same model as well with a list of materials and alternatives depending on what you have available in your area. So super looking forward to that. Should be really fun. All right, we're just messing around here now. Can I see the giant one that looks like Casio? Of course. Of course I can. I keep them nearby, my Casio giant. There you are. So that is the, I could do more work, but I decided to just set it down because I was going on like 20, 30 hours with him. So that's what he ended up looking like. But yeah, it will be online. It'll be through Zoom. It'll be a lecture kind of medium. My girlfriend, she works as a TA at the university. So she does a lot of online classes, so she's going to teach me how to do it proper like. Of course. Never mind showing off a little KCO giant. You guys want to see the other giants? We're going to be redoing the bases because I want the bases to be as epic as they are. So this is my King Fraud. The way you pronounce KCO is funny. How do you pronounce it? Queso? I know, I say KCO. Queso. But yeah, that's my King Fraud. And then we have my Kragnos proxy, which is this big boy here. It's just case and O. I know. My queso. I'm sorry. I'm an old man. Yeah, that's my... All of these are Claybee's creations. But yeah, this is my proxy army. My Sons of Bahamut army. Sons of Bahamut. Alright, you guys want to see how I do my metallics? It's very specific. It's very specific. I actually don't think I ever did my metallics on my queso. there it is. No, I think it's funny. Cool. What's up, little puddle? Thank you so much, guys, for getting me up to 1,500 likes. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Friday evening. Sure do love painting with cool people like you guys. I really do. No one ever comments on the music, but this is what I vibe to. And if you can't hear the music, let me know. You're supposed to be able to hear it. But yeah, let me know. Okay? If you guys want to listen to something else, that's a conversation we can have. That is a conversation we can have. Okay? Chaos enjoyers, I know that you probably listen to some chaos music, okay? Me? I listen to some like lo-fi jazz, okay? I'm sorry. What's up, Nico? So I've been working on my Trump impression, but I won't do it if it makes anyone uncomfortable. But I feel like I'm getting pretty good at it. How you doing, buddy? Perfect. Thank you, Billy. It's a big concern for me because I can't hear it or anything, you know. But yeah, I've been working on my Trump impression. I won't do it. I won't do it. It's not a political thing. It's just funny to me. I'm not gonna do it. What's up, Adam? Welcome back. Never mind. Adam's here. He probably doesn't. He probably not condone it, which makes sense. I will judge it. Do you also do Army Men toys? Army Men toys, as in Army Men? I do a lot of armies, nerdy stuff. Thanks, I'm a bad influence. Go for it. Oh, thank you for the follow. Army Men in terms of like wargaming, or are we talking like legitimately like green Army Men? Like Trench Crusade? I haven't done Trench Crusade yet. It is on the list though. We're actually going to do something I never do here on the channel, guys. We are going to dry brush metallics. Pow, 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 pow. Mainly because I'm trying to speed up the process here. I do War Dolly plastic nerdy shit too. I didn't say it. I got close though. Nice, dude. Dude, all nerds are welcome here, no matter what facet of nerdiness you are into. All is welcome. This is my nerd palace, my nerd party. And no one is excluded, so long as it's fun and nerdy. All right, I'll do my Trump impression, but you guys got to tell me what to say. My girlfriend gets so mad when I do it. Oh yeah. Also, what's important is if you don't paint non-metal metallics, which I don't paint non-metal metallics, that takes forever. Make sure you're just doing where the light hits, right? Or else it'll start looking like a disco ball. So like just the tips of right where it's coming down from is where I paint my metallics. And then I'll hit it with a little bit of my, that's when I actually use a contrast paint, but that's where I would use my like acrylic washes. I don't think I can say that, dude. I'll get kicked, dude. I can give you a quick China. China. That wasn't too good. Let's try again. China. Not bad, right? China. Not bad, right? I'm just saying, that's just one word. Okay? Don't dox me, please. Just an impression. Happy, you got it. All right. I really can't do it without doing the motions. Isn't that crazy? When did I start this minifig? I started this one last Thursday, and technically I'm doing all 3 of these at the same time, so that's a little batch paint. So yeah. Each one's taken me probably 3 hours each. Not even that. All of these collectively have probably taken about 6 hours, 7 hours. When you say China, when I say China, does the whole thing stop? China #1, right? TikTok, China #1, right? I love China. China's great. Don't kick me off. Oh, great TikTok overlords. TikTok's the best. We love TikTok. It's the best. Talk to anyone. It's I almost stopped it. It's so inappropriate. I feel like someone's gonna get mad at me. It's not that good either, though. That's the problem. If it was better, then there's a conversation to be had. You know, I'm still working on it. The best you've ever seen. The best. I'm getting there. Okay, it's a work in progress. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, and the hand motions is what makes it, okay? Welcome back. Sheehan. Is it Sheehan? Sheehan? Thank you for the like. Second breakfast. Love me a little Hobbit lore, okay? Little second breakfast, little second brekkie. Little second brekkie over here. Perhaps a third breakfast. Us Hobbitsons, we like to have our third breakfast, and first lunches, and second and third. What's your War Dolly jam? I'm feeling good to give someone 5K likes or more. Oh, wow, dude. Me, maybe? Me? Feeling real good about that, maybe, yeah? I wouldn't mind. I mean, shh. If you want. Like, that'd be cool. Oh! Me? Goodness, brother. Goodness me. You trying to make me blush? On camera, you trying to make me blush? Come on, dude. You're gonna make me blush. You's gonna make me blush. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. What's up, Jose? The toy reviewer. Welcome in. Welcome to the party, dude. The party. The Patty Paints party. Extravaganza. Talk all things nerdy. Our nerds. We pray to our Lord and Savior, Henry Cavill. My nerd Jesus, your nerd Jesus. Everyone's nerd. Nerd savior. Savior of storylines. Defender of law. Henry Cavill. My man. My man. Yo, is anyone here co-hobbying right now? Just listen to me sputter about nonsense. We got some co-hobbyers. What are you guys working on? All right? I know you're in the back. Hey, you. In the back. What are you hobbying right now? Oh, thanks, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're going to paint the face. We're going to do a little bit of gold. I think we're going to do a little bit of gold here. That's what we're going to do next. I haven't done a whole lot of gold on these models. I wanted to be very minimalist about it, but this is going to be their leader. The redhead is leading them. Leading the pack. Oof, this hasn't been used in a minute. I play Warhammer. What are these? Comfy. These are my Sons of Bahamut army for Age of Sigmar. And I also play Warhammer 40k, primarily. Ventrix Squad 40k. Nice, dude. You have some work tomorrow? Am I your pre-work relax time? That's pretty cool, man. I've never seen these figures. Are they custom? They sure are. These are my proxy army, 3D painted, by Clay Beast Creations. Amazing modeler. 10 out of 10. The guy knows what he's doing. So if you'd like to see my full lineup here, this is my King Fraud. Get it? Because it's a proxy. This is my King Fraud. There's a long format video of this guy on my YouTube channel. And then we have my Kragnos proxy. All these are Clay Beast created. All 3D prints. This is my little mammoth centaur. And then I have my Gatebreaker proxy, which the fans have dubbed Queso, or Casio. I know it's Queso. This is my Gatebreaker. So yeah, up to 3K. Whew. You're cooking, dude. Maybe I'll absorb painting in my sleep. Hear the noise I need to fall asleep to. Should I do ASMR? Welcome to painting. Welcome to Patty Paints Minis. Or is that gross? It's probably gross. And thank you. I like them. They've been really fun to paint. My friend has been begging me to finish. It's been about 2 months since I started. It's been kind of a slow burn. An hour here, an hour there. Not gonna lie, I hate ASMR. I hate it too, dude. I can't stand it. It's so gross to me. I'm glad you understand. I think it's creepy. I think if you want to listen to someone who's doing that, you got, I don't know. I know some people swear by it. Like they have to sleep to, oh, look at that, dry brush gold. Let's go. They have to sleep to ASMR, and it's not, I don't know. I don't know. That's dope. I play Ogre Matride. Nice, dude. That honestly was, it was a hard contender. So I've never played Age of Sigmar before. I have like 6 Warhammer 40k armies. So I was trying to find an army that I could get online pretty quick, which Sons of Bahamut is only like, you know, this is 6 total models with 3 man crushers, you know. So, but I really was thinking about doing Ogre Matrides. I think they're super sick, dude. Super sick. Super duper sick. I need noise, but not that type of noise. Not that type of creepy, like Jigsaw from Saw. That's what it sounds like to me. Every single one of them. Or like the tapping nonsense. No, thank you. Man, you got me at 2,500 already? Take a break, dude. You don't have to get us all there in one go. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the party, brother. I sure do appreciate it. The Patty Paints live just appreciates your used being here and hanging out with Patty. Me. Patty. Just a goofy Midwestern electrician who hates his job and wants to just paint full time. That's me. Oh, we got another one. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. How many points is the Man Crusher Spearhead? I don't know. I'm too noobish to know. I think it's 1,000. The Spearhead? I think all the Spearheads are 1,000. Man Crushers, I think, are like 300 points. Skaven Dope too. I have about 5k points in them. Oh, dude, stop. You and I have the same style because it was. Here's the problem. I'm going to do a Skaven army, right? That's already on. That's fact. That's happening. Okay. My next army is going to be Sylvaneth, though, because I like to have a good army, a bad army, and a chaos army. That's my goal. So the next one after my Sylvaneth army is definitely going to be Skaven. The problem is I've heard Skaven aren't the easiest to play. I mean, neither is Sylvaneth, but I feel like Sylvaneth is going to teach me really how to do proper movement and deployment. Whereas Skaven, with the Horde playstyle, I have a couple Horde 40k armies, and they're not easy to play. You only get 3 Man Crushers for Spearhead. Oh, is that really it? How much is the big one? Well, they're not 300 each. They're about, I think they're 120 if you run them solo. I think they're like 350 altogether. The three-man squad, maybe it's more than that, honestly. Don't quote me. I'm a noob. I'm a noob at Age of Sigmar. If you're talking about any other army, I could probably hang a lot better. But the big guys are about 400 to 400 points. They're basically 500 points each because you can run 4 big guys. That's about it. So you guys see how I do my metallics here? To run it back to what we're doing. You always just want to edge highlight with metallic paints, okay? With a black underlayer. The reason being is your light only reflects where light's hitting it, right? So if you go too heavy-handed, it'll look like a disco ball, you know? 480 points for a 3-man. Yep. Because they equal 1 big boy. So, sorry. Like I said, I'm a noob. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you wrong. Forgive me. This is my first Age of Sigmar army, and I built the list like literally 3 months ago, and it's been an uphill battle. Okay? We got different battalions and detachments, and I don't know what's going on, man, but I got exactly 2K, okay? We're doing Kragnos. We're doing Broad, and we're doing a Gatebreaker and a Man Crusher squad. That's going to be the army, okay? And that's all I know, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay? Forgive me. Forgive me. 370 for a group of 3 as a Man Crusher mob. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like almost 400. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If you pick 3 individual ones, I think it is 480 points because they are more expensive solo. They're like 30% more expensive each solo. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. I'm just a wee little lad. Yeah, the Google AI. By the way, be careful with that because I did a lot of different AIs trying to figure out. They run off of really old searches, so that might have been true a year ago. Yeah, I just added up the totals. Yep. 130. Yep. Okay, so I know a little bit. Okay. Know a little bit. All right, not a lot of it, and I guess it's like 90% or 107%. That was quick math. Does that check out? 130 each, 370 max. 130 each would be 390, which would mean 20 points divided by 3. 7? Math. Oh, by the way, I found a new place to learn Warhammer at. Nice. Where's that at? I put too much faith in that damn robot, dude. Me too. 666. So basically 7? Yeah, dude, I did math fast. That's fast math, dude. I kind of know what I'm doing. So close to my house and I had no clue. Nice, dude. Dude, that's sick. My problem is the game store everyone goes to, or in my area, is like 30 minutes away from me. I really don't want to do that. I want to be somewhere closer because I hate driving. Widoway points out I hate driving. Widoway. Adam, I thought you were watching a movie with Ray. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Was it a good movie? Nice. It's cool when you have a coworker that's into Warhammer because then you guys can talk about it for hours and hours and hours. I miss that. I had a coworker that was into Warhammer a while ago. Sorry guys, I'm just vibing right now with shaking this paint. Finished the Doctor Who episode, and now I'm back to cleaning models. I need to get into Doctor Who. I've always wanted to, but I want to start at the start, and people tell me not to do that because it's not good at the start, is what I've been told. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He's not into Warhammer, but he does bake cookies for them every Saturday. Very cool. Very cool. That is just like the most base thing I've ever heard. Like, yeah, I don't like playing, but I'll bring him cookies. That's super cool. It's like a tabletop and coffee table shop mix together. That's smart. That's cool. I wanted to do a Warhammer and a bar. But the problem is liquor licenses are like impossible to get. But how nice would that be? It's like, hold on. Before we start this game, round on me. You know? I feel like that'd be cool. Yep, but yep. We're trying to get this ready for Wednesday because I guess that's the Age of Sigmar day. That is the weekly day. And he actually, the guy that introducing this to me is actually my HOA president. He's a really cool guy. He hates it. Everyone was all... When I was like, he's like, hey, this is Patrick. He's my neighbor. And I'm like, he's my president. And he was like, stop saying that. And I was like, but isn't it true? He's like, yeah, but it makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, whatever you say, Mr. President. 1950 tech is so old, like claymation. Yeah. It's hard to watch. That's a hard watch. It's the old animation. But like, I wanna see the roots. You know, where did it come from? You know what I'm saying? Where did it grow from? Don't you want to watch a show from the roots? Or is that just me? Am I a weirdo like that? Okay, so you see this gold that I just painted in, how it's still kind of like flat and doesn't really read gold? Right? I'm going to show you how it just instantly warms up. You ready for this? You take a contrast paint, right? For this one, it's going to be Dark Hoth Flesh. And you're gonna watch this like these gold pieces just bloom into a beautiful warm color. So this is what I talk about with speed paints. Speed paints are the most amazing thing to like tint things, bring a different flavor, a different tone. They're amazing. You got me to 5K. Everyone, hey, let's take a moment. We got to 5K, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Xian got us to 5K. Thank you so much. Rule number 1, never let your guy friends know what bothers you. That is definitely rule number 1. That's rule 1 through 10, especially if it's a bad name. I haven't watched the original Star Trek, no. I did watch the original Stargates. I mean, there is only one Stargate, but the Stargate SG-1 series, amazing. 10 out of 10. Favorite sci-fi series of all time. Nothing holds a candle to it. Nothing. Unfortunately, the original first Doctor Who does not exist anymore. Only clips. Really? Really? You can't stream it? That's like free money for, is it BBC? Look at that. You see that? Did you see what I just did there? I don't know if you can see that. Watch, I'll do it again. Are you ready? You see this shiny one right here? Watch. Boom. Instantly warm. Warm and gorgeous. Beautiful. That's how I do my metallics. That's how I do my gold. Instantly just done. Easy. Easy peasy. Contrast paints are such an amazing tool. I just don't use them like they're advertised. That's all I do. I just don't use them like they're advertised. I use them almost like I use them like a wash is really what I use them for. But like a very effective wash. A very potent wash. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't like using contrast paints that way, then by all means, whatever works for you. I could give you 10K, but I have practice later. Dude, you did plenty. Thank you so much. You deserve a honorary Patty Paints Party VIP membership. I just made that up on the spot, but you earned it, dude. Okay? It's hard work. Give your thumb a rest. You've earned it. Thank you, brother. But look at this. See how this gold is now just turning into, like, it's just way more vibrant, right? It has depth. There's something there to it. There's interest. There's intrigue. Put a little bit on the ropes there, too. Look at the ropes. The ropes now are amazing, too. Boom. The ropes now have interest and depth and amazement. That's what I love so much about using contrast paints as washes. I use them, like, if my oil wash didn't do the job, I use them as my backup wash. That's really how I use them the most. Because they're just lovely. Lovely, lovely. Easy painting. Ooh, it's honk shoe Mimi time for me. Well, thank you for coming and hanging, buddy, and I hope you sleep well and have a great day tomorrow. All right? Thank you so much for chilling and chatting. All right, I want you to go catch some Z's. That's what I'm ordering you to do, okay? Rest easy. You did good work today. Thank you for following, Junior. Welcome to the party. You can't follow without saying hi, though. That's the rule around here. You have to at least say hi, buddy. Okay? Gotta at least say hi. Want to know more about you. You know? What makes you tick? What's up, dude? I won't bother you no more. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, yeah. 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 Making these things interesting. That's what I'm doing. That's what this paint does. Interest in a bottle. That's what they should market it as. Hey, would you like to paint super easy and just instantly make everything look cool? Yes. Contrast paints. Later, Shinny. Thanks for hanging. All right, we're getting there. I think I might do a quick, I don't know, I kind of like it how it is. I like the metal on the blade. I wanted to make it look like a piece of, I don't know. I like it. It's good enough. Good enough. I could sit here and just keep torturing myself over little things over and over and over again, but at one point you just got to move on. You got to move on with your life, you know. Hold on just a second. I need to grab a beverage. No one go anywhere. No one go anywhere. The last beer. And we are back. Welcome to the Patty Paints Mini. We're going long with a Saturday late night. Welcome to the party. Enjoy some nice soft jazz tunes while I paint some nonsense. You're watching Patty Paints Minis. Digital Aussie, welcome to the party, brother. Or sister. Boom, boom, boom. Just painting a skull. Done. Easy. Quick. Whoops. Sorry for that short break. Had to grab a beverage. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, next we're going to paint the face. I'm going to put little eyes in this guy. Little eyes on this little princess here. And then paint the highlights on the hair. I'm going to match my hair color. We're making gingers out here. We're replicating. Okay? That's what we're doing. We're replicating. You can't stop us. Oh, hells yeah, definitely my next Spearhead army. I agree. Okay? I actually haven't played them yet, but I agree, sir. My next army is going to be some Sylvaneth. Because I like trees. I like painting trees. I'll be honest, that's why I picked them. I like painting trees, and I like painting ghosts. I think they're really cool, and that's why I'm going to paint Sylvaneth next. But then after that, we're going to do probably Skaven. And then I might circle back to another Destruction Army and do... I'm thinking I'm going to do... what's it called? Ogre Maw Tribes as well. It was either going to be Ogre Maw Tribes or this guy. These guys. But yeah, this is my proxy army. Gingers unite. Fear us. Careful, dude. You could start a movement right now, man. It'd be the drunkest movement ever. I run Skaven and Stormcast. Nice, dude. I'm reading, like hand reading, like with a book, which is crazy, right? I'm reading The Legend of Sigmar, and it's amazing. It makes me want to do a Stormcast, and I want Skaven. Okay, Rubadoob, I want Skaven. This is Aura. Jose, what's Aura, dude? I'm too old for Aura. I know what you mean, though. Okay, context clues. All right. Okay, legit though, I'm 31, so I'm not like crazy old, but. Ooh, Rubadoob with 5 roses. Thank you so much. Ooh, Rubadoob with the heart me. Welcome to Patty Paints VIP. Ooh, ooh. You've been selected by sending in a heart me to be a really cool guy. What a guy. All right, we're going to hit the gold with one more highlight, and then we're going to do the face. I'm sorry. This is kind of how I paint is a little chaotic, so just hang out with me. We'll get everything done eventually. There's just going to be a lot of circling back and forth. Because I find something that I want to do, and then I do it, you know? Rubadoob, thank you so much again, dude. That's really sweet of you. We are getting one step closer. Every donation is one step closer to me quitting my full-time job of being an electrician. Each donation is saving my back, literally, from construction. No, but honestly, all the donations right now is going to a DSLR camera to help improve the viewing of the stream. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Booyah. Look at that. You see what I'm talking about? So I always do my highlights and then I wash it. Because now I have like multiple layers there. Multiple layers. And you can just go back and forth, by the way. Like, so I can highlight it if I don't like the highlight or if I feel like there isn't enough depth there. Then I can just wash it again and then highlight it again and just back and forth we go. And honestly, I do that a lot because I'm never really happy with the first go. But the third go, maybe, right? I'm right there with you, bro. Dude, tell me about it. I'm a superintendent for an electrical company, and I'm not a big fan of running jobs. I don't like telling people what to do. Call me crazy. Powerless. Ugh, I've got MTG night with friends, so I'm missing the stream. Oh, no. Well, my thoughts will be with you. Go crush them, okay? You have to at least tell me what your commander is, okay? At the very minimum, you got to tell me what your commander is. Okay, we are now going to dry brush. And now, in our next set of painting, we are painting the,
hair. That's what it's called. Sorry. I lagged. You guys ever lag in real life? Just a little hint of lag. Sending my support. Well, I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Rubadoob, what a guy. What an entity. What a person. What a playa. What a guy. I'm playing a Nykthea, Hand of Erebos. Ooh. Ooh. My guy. If Erebos is in the name of anything, I'm on there, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm going to look up the card so I can tell what kind of person you are, okay? It's like tarot reading. Okay? Other enchantment creatures you control have menace. Whenever a Nykthea enters or attacks, exile up to one target non-aura enchantment card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that, except it's a 3/3 black zombie creature in addition to its other types. Ooh, doing a little self-mill enchantment deck, non-aura enchantment deck. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So you're that guy. You're the big brain player. You're the I'm playing a game, you guys don't even know what I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of MTG player you are. It's pretty cool, man. I play white, red, and blue. I play solitaire by myself. That's how I play Magic. I'm doing my own thing. I'm playing my own game, all right? Everyone there is just to witness my solitaire win, okay? No infinite combo, though. Anyone can infinite combo me. I'm doing it the hard way. I don't know if this is the move. We'll find out, though. I think this is more yellow than orange. Yeah, this is too yellowy. Let's find a red. Ooh! Rubadoob with Go Popular. Thank you so much. Man, stop it, dude. You're spoiling me. Stop it. I'm gonna get a big head out here if you don't stop. 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 Or don't. I don't mind. Just do what you want. Alright, we're going to put a little orange on the palette here. Mainly because this is too yellowy. Okay? I went way too fast. I went up in tone way too fast. Okay, that's my bad. Alright. So now we're going to re-dry brush that. Yeah, there we go. That's better, right? Look at the ginger vibes there. Ginger vibes. I really do appreciate the gifts. Thanks, dude. It's really kind of you. Very kind of you, sir. So yeah, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I do. I want to meet that dad. Does anyone know that reference? If you know that reference, you're a super cool guy. No, I do painting classes. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Check out my bio. There's a website there that has a P in it. Okay, you have to go there. You have to go there. Okay, I can't talk about it. Okay, because TikTok doesn't like me. Okay. TikTok gets mad. Ooh, girl, your eyebrows are crazy. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. Okay, you need to calm them brows down. When should I change out my wet palette, guys? A month from now? 2 months from now? This is going on like 3 months of no change. Booyah, look at that. He's gingified. Certified ginger. One of us. One of us. You know what I'm saying? A site full of Patreons, if you will.
What a guy. Look at that. Ooh, I was supposed to build a Discord channel for it today. I forgot. Sorry, Powerless. If you're still here, I'm sorry. I meant to do that for you today. Does it smell? That means it's working. It does smell, dude. Okay, it is working. Tibbs is in here. Welcome in, Tibbs. We're doing the Patty Paints Minis late night show, the late stream. That's my best radio voice. How did that get there? That doesn't work. Maybe that. There we go. Okay, we're going to have to hand paint these eyebrows. Okay, that's fine though. We'll do it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. After we do the eyebrows, we will do the eyes. So if you want to see how I paint my eyes in, it is very slowly, very delicately, and I don't talk while I do it. So it'll be a moment of silence. Because if I mess up, it's over. Oh, no, that's too much yellow. Calm it down, yellow. We only want a little bit of you. Still too much yellow. That's better. That's better, yellow. You better watch out, pal, okay? And then just on the curvature of the head here, we'll just hit a little bit more yellow. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Oops. We'll paint that in, too. We'll paint a little orange there. Spit helps. Yeah, you guys like that? If it ain't working, just get a little spit. Sometimes it works, if you know what I mean. I don't mean that in a bad way. Actually, I take it all back, okay? I did not mean it in that way. It's too late now, though. It's too late now. Have fun, guys. Here it comes. In the best way. In the only way. I'm just listening to. That's no big deal. Okay. I am working on to get it, dude. It was a busy day. You know what I'm saying? It was a busy day. Busy day. Man, you guys are some solid. We got a solid crew in here, guys. We got a solid crew. Y'all are making my night so much better. I'm not gonna lie. I got home and I was pretty defeated. You guys ever have one of those days? Just get home, you're like, oh, not anymore. Not anymore. See how big my mitts are? Bah. I'm a big fat boy. My neighbor texted me as I was walking in. He goes, I can see you, right? Just like trying to mess with me. And I go, yeah, everyone can. I'm fat. I'm huge. I'm giant. And he's like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm like, no, I get it, dude. You don't gotta tell me, okay? I know what it is, okay? Booyah. We're just gonna, okay, see here, I always go back to just messing with the, I can't help it. I can't help it, guys. I always go back to painting the flesh. It's so much fun. What up, Tibbs? First of all, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Actually, I think you've been in here, Tibbs. Have you been in here, Tibbs? Regardless. TIBBS, these are my Sons of Bahamut proxy army, designed by Clay Beast Creation. But yep, they are 3D prints. They're going to be for my Sons of Bahamut, my first Warhammer Age of Sigmar army. I'm a big time Warhammer 40k guy. So that's where we're at right now. Do you guys shake your paint bottles to the beat of the music? Because I feel like it's the only way to get a good proper shake, you know? Running low on the pure white, guys. Which is kind of crazy because I only use this for like 2 things, which is adding to colors and doing eyeballs. Okay, deep breath. Thank you. You want to see his older brother? The fans of the live have called this queso. Queso? I call it queso. My queso. It's my queso. I just went from AOS to 40k. I've been working on Krieg army. Nice, dude. I love Krieg. That shade word is great. Thank you. Ooh, hex yeah, dude. Are we talking Death Corpse of Krieg? Or are we talking Krieg like the cultist baddies? I think that's what the other Krieg is. Right? Am I wrong? Teach me. Educate me. Don't learn me on the Krieg. I'm pretty sure that's what I have a Death Corps of Krieg. Like infantry for my Astra Militarum army. Yeah, boy, yeah! 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 Another Death Corps of Krieg. Whew. Hello, fellow brother. Whew. A little bit of that straight up, that serious. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Astra Militarum is a fine wine. It's a fine wine army, okay? Anyone can play Custodes, okay? Anyone can play Imperial Knights. Anyone can play Death Guard, but only the true pinnacle of players play Astra Militarum. Oh my god. I'll have to show you my minis eventually. Some Lehman Russes, some Death Corps of Krieg, some cavalry, shut up, some artillery pieces, get out of town. I love playing my Astra Militarum. It's the best. I think I'm annoying people. I'll stop. I'll calm down. But you got me stoked, dude. Did we just become best friends? Yup. Coming in here talking about my favorite thing in the world. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. You got a permit for that Death Corps of Krieg? A permit for being too cool? I think you do. Okay, here we go. We're about to paint the eyes. Time to lock in. Are we locked in, everyone? The problem is when I zoom in this close, my camera likes to zoom in and out. All right, we are locked in. We are locked in, guys. Okay, here we go. We're going to grab our paint. We're going to ball it up. Then we'll grab the paint again. Then we'll ball it up. And then we'll grab the paint. I'm installing. Then we're going to grab the paint. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. We're locked in. We're locked in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Here. We are locked in. You've never seen so much action in a mini painting channel, I'll tell you that much. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. One sec. Shut up. Okay, false start. It's okay, false start. False start, guys. We're just gonna go back. We're just gonna go back to the starting line here. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Locked in. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that? You know, it doesn't take that many moments, but man, perfect execution. Here, let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if we can do it again. All right, lock in. Everyone should shut up. Everyone shut up. Okay, paint dried on the brush. That's okay. Just a soft reset here. We're gonna grab a little. Hey, how you doing? We're gonna rotate that off because that's way too much. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Shh, everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Everyone be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. We're locked in. There we go. Okay, all right. I messed up. Quick, quick. Get rid of it. Get rid of it before it dries. Because I don't want to rewash. Get rid of it. Clean it. Ruin the brush. I don't care. Oh, we'll buy a new one. All right.
I'm glad no one panicked.
But we're good. We're okay. Everyone's cool. We're cool. We're cool. Mom, meatloaf. Okay. All right. Here we go. Everyone be cool. And we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. And there we go. And there we are. And boom. Easy eyeballs. Done. Okay, that's the hard part. That's the hard part, guys. We did it. Getting the whites in, that's the hard part. Okay. Now we go in for the pupils. Everyone shut up. Everyone chill. Everyone be chill. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. All right. The music has even stopped. It knew. The music stopped because it knew we were in a high stakes situation. All right. And that makes sense. So we're going to start the music up because I need a little bit of background music for this. We're going to do City Pop Synthwave. There we go. All right. We're just going to deep breath. Here we go. We're going to go in for the eyeball. We're going to go in for the pupil. Just going to load up the brush here. All right. All right. Paint's a little dry. That's okay. You want pretty semi-dry paint, I'll be honest with you. And you just want it right on the tippy. Right on the tippy. Here we go. Let's not make them all goofy. We're going to make them squared up. It's just pandemonium around here, guys. It's just pandemonium. And here we go. Here we go. And just a couple tippy taps. Just a couple tippy taps. That's okay. We'll reload the brush. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is mission critical here. We are locked in. Locked in, locked and loaded. Here we go. Here we go. Just a little dot. That's all we got to do. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then a little dot here as well. We're just going to go right in with the rhythm of it. I like that. That's not too bad. How's that, guys? I know you can't see anything because the damn thing don't want to focus. Here, we'll zoom out. Zooming out. Physical zoom out. What do you guys think of that? Precision. Precision. Easy. Okay. That's one giant done. Well, we are going to do some airbrushing. We're going to do all the runes on him blue like the rest of everything else. But for the most part, that guy's locked in. All right, on to the next. Here we go. This guy's a pretty handsome fellow. Let's see what we can do. Thanks, Tibbs. Thank you, Tibbs. Here we go. That's
before and after.
All right, we just gotta do a little blah blah blah. You know, give it a little hey hey hey, give it a ha ha ha, give it a little la di da. We're doing it though. We're doing it tonight. We're getting them done. Oh yeah. Yeah. Giving a little, hey, how you doing on this, you know? So when you're painting flesh too, especially on like big muscle groups like this, if you paint it in such a way of where the muscle fibers are actually going, it gives it kind of a strandy look, right? It's like actual brush strokes, as if it's like, you know, actually muscle fiber. Makes things look a little cooler, you know? Oh, quick tip. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. We are currently sitting at 5,300 likes. Thank you so much. Booyah. Done. We're just exaggerating some more of this skin here, just a little bit here and there. Make this old man look a little more spry. I don't think I've painted the face on him yet, or at least I didn't finish it. Let's finish that up. He has some... Man, if I could paint liver spots, I'd be a pretty good painter. I don't think I'm that good, though. I don't think I could paint liver spots. Just good times, good vibes, hanging out with cool people. I think we just get right into dry brushing this guy. He's pretty much, skin's pretty dialed already. Yeah, I think we're ready for just some cool. Oop, we'll fix a little bit of the feet here. It's a little goofy looking.
Should I get a painting set
And figs like Space Marines and enemies? Of course you should. I'll tell you this right now. If you enjoy painting or anything remotely like this hobby, just getting a box of Space Marines is so much fun to paint. And if you do want an intro paint set, check out Vallejo's intro paint set. Comes with all the basic colors. That's what I painted with for years. I still have bottles of it that I still use. And it really helps to give you a nice foundation of paint without breaking the budget. And the other really good thing about it is it teaches you to mix your paints properly, so you can get all the different colors from it as well. Just make sure to get their new game color range. But you definitely should. I'm never not going to tell someone to join in and get some models and start painting. It's such a good time. It's really fun.
I think it's time for a little reload on the straight up. You know, if you're talking a little upper decky, swap out. We're locked and loaded. Decky placed in.
Ooh, I think that's my second 6-7. Am I attracting a younger crowd? 6, 7. I guess I am. Is that your intro? Everywhere you go, a little 6, 7 action. To those parents suffering from the children saying 6, 7, the fastest way to get them to stop is just do it yourself. Just go 6, 7 right in front of them, and they'll be like, ugh. Boom. Stop that same day. Same moment right there, it'll die. Never have to hear it again. Okay? I don't have kids, but that would be my tactic. Fastest way to kill anything for a kid is try to do it yourself and make it cool. They'll be like, ugh. It's not fun anymore. Okay, guys, we're going to do some dry brushing here. We're going to start with, let's do his beard, because his beard sounds like fun to dry brush right now. We're going to use one of these brushes here. We'll use this one. I like this one. Thank you so much for the likes. We're almost to 5,500, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And like that, he's now a graybeard. Listen here, graybeard. Whoops. A little too much left on there, but that's okay. We'll work it in. Easy peasy painting, okay? That's all we do around here. Paint the easy way with Patty. Alright? Don't paint the hard way. Other people, they paint the hard way. Me, I paint the easy way. Okay? Never scoff at dry brush. Dry brush is life. Dry brush is love. Dry brush is easy. Okay? Perfect gray. Look at that. Perfect gray bad. Fosroda. Rub-a-dub boom. Rub-a-doob comes in with a little rub-a-dub boom. What a guy. What's nice is we're just going to continue on with the same color. Okay, we're going to dry brush all the bone here. Dry brush the bone, and then we're going to dry brush the fur with this. Okay. Look at that. Look at how easy that is. I'm not even doing anything. Easy as pie. Why is that a saying? Easy as pie. Is pie easy? I don't think pie is easy to make. Like if I was to go make a pie, I don't think it'd be very easy. Okay? I think that's an inaccurate saying. Okay? I don't like it. Robert, I don't like that rock, Robert. It's making me uncomfortable, Robert. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, we just hit 6,000 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Patty Paints Minis coming to you live on a Saturday night. 6,000 likes. Thank you so much to all you beautiful people out there. What an event. What a place to be. If you weren't here on Saturday with Patty Paints Live, you missed out on 6,000 likes. Seriously, thank you so much, guys. Boom! It's the only way. Boom! Dry brush. Boom. Easy. Well, guys, I believe that's my girlfriend. You'll have to give me a moment while I answer the phone, or else she'll kill me. One moment, please. All right, guys, inbound, semi-disgruntled girlfriend. I need strategies, gentlemen. Strategies, and I need implementation immediately. Borf, welcome in. Thank you for the rose, Borf. We have a mildly disgruntled girlfriend, upset with her day, sad that I didn't come out and hang out with her. What do we do? What's the strategy? Chocolate. Okay, we don't have chocolate in the house. Maybe a DoorDash is on the way. Okay, first tell her to calm down. She's acting like her mom. My God, Borf. Wow, that is a great idea. I'm going to do exactly that, dude. Definitely won't go bad. Good God, man. I want advice. I need actionable strategy right now, okay? Actionable strategies, not relationship ending. Abort. What's up, Blood Raven? Thank you for the follow, dude. Right now, I just got a phone call. Disgruntled girlfriend. She's inbound. 20 minutes out. I think I need immediate evac. Immediate evac. What do you guys think? Abandon ship. Abandon ship. Port. Honestly, save your relationship. Oh no, I will. She's just upset that I didn't. So I work construction. So Fridays I'm usually dead. So I just told her I didn't want to go to a conference about health. It's like a health science thing. I was not too interested in that. I want to paint my little action figures. I don't want to go to a health science thingy. Pray to God there are no dirty dishes in the sink. Actually, I think we're clear on that one. Look at that. Painting something gray and then just hitting it with a dry brush, instant rock. Look at how easy that is. You want to paint rock? Boom. That's all you do. I don't think there's any dirty dishes. We're safe there. Good advice. Keep them coming. Okay? Tango, we are clear on the dishes. Copy that. Dishes are clear. Clear. Like that. Dishes are clear. Clear. You guys seen that Shane Gillis stand-up? Clear. My advice is pretty good for you, 40K hobby. Fair enough, dude. You are correct, sir. I would be doing a lot more of it. Wouldn't be doing much else. That's for sure. That's for certain. We're age of Sigmar. Yeah. Also very true. I mean, you guys are making great facts. Just to add a little background to this, I do love her. So that kind of throws a stick in the mud there with the whole, you know, ruining it. They got the cooties, dude. Pizza's not a bad idea, but she just had dinner, so actually I haven't had dinner, which is kind of crazy. With my with me, dude, not having dinner? Crazy. I know. It's hard to imagine. I understand. You're probably thinking there, this guy always eats dinner. You usually are correct. 9 times out of 10, that's a safe bet. Ice cream, I think what I'm gonna do is order a Frosty. I think I'm gonna get some Frosties coming. It's a good plan. I like this. Okay, let me do some Frosties here real quick. What's her distance? What's her ETA? 19 minutes out, guys. 19 minutes out. It's gonna be a close DoorDash. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our best here. Frosties always hit, right? Touch up. Yeah, dude. These are just little quick little dry brushings. How long do you usually stream for, and how frequently? I try to stream every day if I can. It's generally Monday through Friday, and maybe one day out of the weekend if I can. And I usually stream about 4 hours earlier than right now is generally when I do. But lately I've been trying to do more late night streams, like right now. But yeah. Okay, let's see. They changed the app. Don't do that to me. I'm too old to be changing it. Frosties. Frosty. Wendy's. We'll get some Frosties coming. Smart. You guys are smart. Me, big dumb. You guys, big smart. 2 medium Frosties. And then some fries. We'll get some fries. We'll get a large fry. And we'll share. Should be a share. Should she get her own fries? Okay, just play the reverse Uno card. Now you have the bad day, and she has to cheer you up. Dude, you kid, but that is a tactic I have employed in the past. I mean, technically they are like legit bad days, you know. Nothing like $20 for 2 Frosties and fries, dude. Welcome to 2025, where everything costs way too much. Where the money doesn't matter and taxes take it all. I had paint on here that I was grabbing from, and now I don't see that paint. Am I losing my mind? I just grabbed paint from here. Did I use it up? No, I didn't use it up. I'm losing my mind. Where did that paint go? Maybe I used it up. I'm glad I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. Oof. Getting up at 6 a.m. is never a good time. I don't care what you're doing. Even if it's for something fun. Like if I have to get up at 6 a.m. for a flight to like, I don't know, Hawaii or something, right? Not that that ever happens. But even then, it's like colored by like, ugh, gonna wake up at 6 a.m., you know? That's not the right one. I really need to reorganize my paint. I had it organized, now it's not organized again. Because I'm a maniac. Can't keep anything squared up. There we go. Here we go. It's called Parasite Brown. Have you seen the Be a Man little TikTok? Yeah, dude. Back always hurts. Complain about it every day. Do nothing to fix it. Be a man. I love that guy. I think I already had the paint on here. I think I'm just losing my mind. I could have sworn it was warmer paint, though. I think I'm... Is it... No? Okay, I'm losing my mind. I had it on here. Maybe it just looked different to me for some reason. Hurt your back, do nothing to fix it. Complain about it every day. Be a man. Have I seen it, dude? Come on. That's like my anthem right there. That is legit like my anthem, dude. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to 6,763 likes. Round of applause to you guys. Thank you so much. Seriously. Seriously though, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Whoop, that's too yellow. That's too much yellow. I didn't want that much yellow. Chill out. We'll mix in a little more. There we go. That's what we wanted. Why is the music so loud today? Apologies. I will turn it down immediately. I did not know it was so loud. Is that better? He reminds me of Uncle. What model is this? This is the Clay Beast Creations Man Crusher proxy that I'm painting for my Sons of Bahamut army. Burb. Ooh. Mitch Basta with the heart signal. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Keep on keeping on now. You know that? Ooh, and the follow. Thank you so much. A gift and a follow? You're spoiling me. You're spoiling me. I'm going to get a big ego now. If I get a big ego, it's all your fault, bud. You're going to have to take the blame. What's your favorite model to paint? I really like painting. I'll be honest, these giants have been really fun to paint. My favorite model to paint, this probably doesn't make sense, but I like a really complex model. If that makes sense. So like my Death Guard minis, really like painting them. The more complex a model is, the easier it is to paint. The easier it is to make it look cool. Like these models are really high detail, so they're easy to paint. So my favorite model is one that's complex. More complexity, the better. The easier it is to paint. It's probably the best answer I can give you. Maximize the level of complexity. Makes just this whole process so much easier. Because I paint edges, okay? I don't paint detail, I paint edges. I am a follower of my favorite grandpa, Papa Nurgle. Okay, Papa Nurgle, he's a real one. Okay, he's just trying to spread blessings. All right, and if you don't get it, then you'll never will. Papa Nurgle is my man, my favorite one. Seriously though, the lore behind Nurgle is so cool, and I feel like it's I don't know if it's underrated. I just, I like the idea that they're still them. But now they're in like this cacophony of, what's it called? Constant weird euphoria. I know I'm a filthy heretic, but I also have Grey Knights, Astra Militarum, Raven Guard, Tau, Leagues of Votan. I'm missing one. Something else over there. I can't remember. Blood Raven player, if you can't tell by my news. You know, I was going to guess that. It's a hard guess. Very cool, dude. Blood Ravens, very cool. What's their chapter all about? I don't know much about the Blood Ravens. I feel like it's a rare, one of the more rare sub-factions, you know? Enlighten me. All my money would go into them. Yeah, that's awesome. I have an addiction to different, like if I play a video game, I play every class. If you know what, like in WoW, I have every class max level, right? In Borderlands, I play all of the characters. It's a sickness. My friends make fun of me. I'm always like, this is my new main. And they're like, yeah, for this month, maybe. And I'm like, no, guys, I'm serious this time. This is my new main. I'm that kind of guy. I want them all. I want them all, okay? Can you blame me? They're all so cool. Like, how could you not want all of the models? I want all the models. And also, you learn so much different things, so many different techniques from painting different models, too. That's the fun part. Like, every model, every different faction, everything I've painted has, like, taught me a little something else, you know? A little something more. Like my Death Guard were all contrast paints. I really dialed in on how I wanted to use contrast paints. And my Astra Militarum is mainly just dry brushing. A lot of dry brushing I did on them. The pursuit of knowledge and the acquisition of ancient lore. That's sick, dude. That's okay. Maybe I might need another army. See my problem? You said that, and I really vibe with that. I really vibe with that. Oop, not what I wanted. That's better. I mean, that's hard not to vibe with. That sounds so cool. The librarians? Yeah, I'd imagine so. So is their playstyle kind of psycherish? Isn't usually the librarian a psyker? I'd imagine they're kind of psychery. Do a lot of psychic nonsense. Sick, dude. Are they more ranged, melee, kind of like mid-range, I'd imagine? Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Getting me up to 8,000 likes. We make our own sound effects here. Thank you so much. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Rubidoob's back. Welcome back, Rubidoob. Rubidoob, you always have a home here, brother. Jack of all trades chapter. Nice. Jack of all trades, but they probably lean a little more into librarian. Librarian, a little more psychery, it sounds like almost. Okay, what we have left to paint on this guy is a little bit of metal, so we're going to do that real quick. We're going to paint in a little bit of the metal, and then after that we will do the eyes. and then we will do some brush highlighting. That's what we'll do. A little bit of brush highlighting here and there. I think my favorite thing to paint in any army is chains and bones. Okay? Chains and bones. That's all you need. Okay? That's all you need. Chains and bones. Just a couple chains and bones. Dude, chaplains are sick, dude. I always like nice. Dude, more skulls, more candles, more books. Okay, you can never go wrong with it. And I love doing Space Marine like captains and librarians. Like all of their like specialty models are just so much fun to paint. The intercessors, not so much. Kind of overpainting intercessors. Right? But boy, the other stuff is so much fun. Chapter Masters, definitely. Dude, I feel like Space Marines in general have such a nice lineup that it's like hard not to make a cool army out of them. Like seriously, like some of the coolest stuff you can do, and like making them your own, like kit bashing being like just naturally a part of it, is also super fun and super cool. All right, I never did Big Boys Metallics. Oh, I didn't. I must have done it. Oh, yeah, I did do it. Oh, look at me. Exceeding expectation. I actually did do the Metallics on here. I thought I didn't. Oop, missed this one. So we'll just add that real quick. Boom. Done. What about over here? Yep, we got that. We got that one unlocked. Easy. Gabriel Angelos? Is it Angelos or Angelos? I don't know that model. What is that? Sounds like a Primarch. Is that the leader of your chapter? I need to know more about Space Marine lore. I feel like that's my one lore I don't have enough knowledge in. There's just so many different chapters. You read like 10 hours of stuff on just Space Marine, like each chapter. Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens, cool, very cool. Oh, it's either my DoorDash or my girlfriend. We'll find out. Oh, my girlfriend's going to be here in 3 minutes, and I haven't seen her all day, and I miss her a ton. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out with me. I've had such a fun stream, and again, if you want to support me more, check out the links in my bio for all the different platforms I'm on. And there's one where gathering of people, Patreons, if you will, or patrons. If you want to support me there too, that's really cool. And yeah, Blood Raven, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you. It's been such a pleasure to talk to all of you. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will catch you on the next one. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye.